Oh man, so Jay-Z was outside at the Lion King movie premiere with his family and everything. After he declared war on Tony Busby for filing that allegation against him and Diddy, with all that wild stuff that we covered before. But in the meantime, we had some conversations from around the culture. We're gonna tap into that as well as 50 Cent speaking on everything. Let's get to 50 Cent and what he has to say first while he sat down with Big Boy TV.
Alrighty, let's start with you're going into the Jay-Z thing.
Yeah.
So recently we just saw, I can't. We look at the accusations, and we're gonna get to Diddy as well. But you look at the accusations, and there's an accusation about Jay-Z and Diddy and a teenager, 13-year-old teenager. Right. And we were speaking about just the statement.
Right.
The statement, you were saying you felt like that was calculated.
That was that the statement is something from, you can tell it was written by a lawyer. Because there's a point where it kind of gets aggressive. He says you're gonna find out, like how I'll handle this. And that's an attorney want to be combative with another attorney. That's not like your publicist would say those things. Yeah.
When you see things like this, Fifth, and there's times when I saw this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and this is on your.
Put that up.
Yeah, this is on. 50? Yeah, it says, I don't know what's going on, but are we still going to have the Super Bowl? I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah, I'm asking for Kendrick. Right. I'm just trying to figure out if we're still doing everything the way. Because look, they will fall back, but the NFL, they won't necessarily be associated to that.
Right. Why do you not insert yourself, but you're on top of every topic, right? Yeah.
I'm just watching. I'm participating. I'm being part of culture. I'm just taking my opinion.
Right. Look, because you're part of the culture.
Like I can't say anything now. I'm out of it. I'm I'm going to Dre's studio and just sit with Dre alone.
Right.
And then maybe I stay out of trouble.
No, but you told us before. You said sometimes you'll say things because you're being bullied.
Yeah,
you know how we say, bully and
all
petty.
The time, like when that happens, as soon as that happens, you know what happens in my timeline, babe? Oh yeah, you think it's funny? You're next, buddy.
Right.
Like I'm like, oh shoot.
Right. So you feel bullied.
Yes, I'm getting pushed around here.
Hey, man, do you see any of the comments where people are like, when that dropped, this is the first place I came?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming there, big. Like I put up an ad.
Right.
That's the least thing that people like when you got professional pictures that don't have flaws in them. They don't want to see that. They want to see your actual lifestyle. Right. So I put a professional picture like this. Leave me alone, people, because I know you're looking for what I'm gonna say. And then I put the next picture up and say, 50 Cent Action TV.
Right.
Don't come to my page looking for trouble.
Right.
Marketing genius.
Yeah. So 50's 2 cents. What do you feel about just that whole thing, man?
Look. As much as people feel like I haven't had issues with Puffy. I don't like him like that. Like I don't like things that he would do and make me uncomfortable.
So you're speaking on Diddy. We're speaking on Puff.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't have that thing where we ain't had no thing. I wasn't sending nothing at him, big. If it was on the street side like that, we would be actively doing things to each other.
Right.
And we wasn't doing that. Right. So it gets to with Jay, definitely not that. That's definitely not. It's just being competitive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I look at it, I go, whoa. So I always go into what would I do in a situation like this? Like when that type of thing happens. And I'm going, I don't know. I hope things are all right for him internally.
Speaking on?
I mean, at the crib. Because in the statement they mentioned his
you're talking Jay.
His daughter would, being old enough to, because she about 13.
Right.
So it's the same age as his kids when you saying he did something to him.
Do you ever feel like, man, there's just so much gotcha that goes on?
Yeah, I mean, look,
right now,
it's not. We live in a climate that it's not even what you did. It's what they said you did.
Right.
Right. So it's like the damage is already done by the allegation itself. So if that, when they say extortion, that means if they've made an amount big, if they talk settlement or sent settlement notices that had an amount in it, it feels like extortion.
Right.
Because you know the damage it does if it does come out publicly. If there's no amount mentioned, then that's just a tactic.
But you will meet people in court and you will do lawsuits yourself, which I love.
Yeah, no,
you be like, man.
I get into it, baby.
Yeah.
I spend $1 million a year. I keep legal counsel year round. So No, I'm gonna sue you as often as you think you would sue me.
Right.
Like that, because they look and they say once you got the package, you become a target for the attorneys. You know who's gonna benefit the most from Puffy's situation right now? The lawyers. They're gonna look for $7,000 to $5,000 per hour. Damn. 4 lawyers, 5 lawyers at a time, just to come back for bail hearings and stuff like that. So we spent a lot of money.
Do you think Puff is cooked?
I'm not sure if he's cooked. I'm not sure how bad that it is when you, because you know what, when we think of all of those different allegations that pile up, he's cooked.
Right.
But I don't know how much of that turns into actually like what he's up against.
Right. The court of public opinion is one thing.
Yeah.
And then they also say, once we get in, then the truth
I mean
out.
that public opinion, he's washed. He's washed up. They washed him like that. But when you think about it had a lot to do with him coming out and saying, I've been sitting here watching you people assault my character, this and that, and then the tape comes out. Boom. So, if the government released the tape, then it would say that they kind of poisoned the pool of people. And that could be a defense.
Do you believe in conspiracies like that too? Or could
conspiracy? I don't know if it's a conspiracy, Big. I mean, like when someone leaks something, it goes to TMZ. Like the regular person, their channels with TMZ. When you see something come on and it comes on CNN, that's a little different. That could have came from the government themselves, And it's interesting because he had different problems with people on different levels. Like the Diageo, when he's saying that they're racist because they was doing something different with his brand. Like these people, these are $3 billion company. These people have lobbyists in DC. If they want to turn it on, they could turn on. And then they benefited probably the most from those parties.
Are you ever concerned with that?
What?
With you being as big as you are, that's something.
Well, I'm not suing them.
Right.
I'm not going after them.
You're like, no, big.
But you're attached to a lot of brands, a lot of big brands, right?
Yeah, well, those are mine.
Yeah.
I own those companies.
You're like, so you take a note. That's a difference.
Like we just saw Conor McGregor get dropped from his whiskey company.
Yeah, which I thought was his.
What's going on?
I thought Ciroc was Diddy's.
Yeah,
same here.
Well, he was getting paid a lot of money, babe. Like that, a lot of money.
Yeah, what is this on the table right here?
Press.
Okay, so it's always interesting to hear 50's perspective. Let's look at some comments real quick. He was the one who fueled the Diddy conspiracy, and him mentioning that Diddy had a lot of enemies at different levels says a lot. This nigga don't care. 50 be in the loop. He know what he talking about. Funny how even Jay's enemies do not see him as that kind of person the way they see Diddy, but the agenda must continue regardless. The day them lawsuits hit 50 Cent is going to be karma. The same thing happening to Diddy and Jay-Z could happen to 50 Cent. He should chill out. The East Coast is under attack. It's funny until it happens to him. You can tell Ho tried to do some shady shit toward 50 Cent. 50, the biggest hater, always has been. Came into the game hating on Ja Rule. Been hating on Hov and Diddy for over 20 years. It's sad. 50 has all that success, yet he loves seeing black men in drama. Never been happy since he got on. Grow the funk up already. Clownish behavior. Alright, so let's keep it pushing. So there has been more updates surrounding the situation with Jay-Z, alright? His lawyers trying to expedite the situation, they're asking for a dismissal. They saying he's entirely innocent, the whole situation is a shakedown, and also they want the lady to reveal herself, don't just be a John Doe. Stand on who you are. But in the meantime, some folks don't even care about waiting for any evidence. They're calling for the NFL to do something with Jay-Z and their partnership. And so this person right here says, hey, NFL, Jay-Z got a weird case. Why is he still around? But that person's a Drake fan. I see them all the time on social media. The NFL is quick to suspend a player for any allegations of wrongdoing. Will they hold the same standards to Jay-Z and find someone else to do the Super Bowl halftime show? Where Rashid Rice had a situation that we all seen on camera. That man was playing until he got hurt on his own. No, they had a situation as well with a kicker that had some allegation that he was just playing too. The NFL is usually on the side of, we gonna just wait and see what law enforcement does, and once they do what they do, we'll go ahead and make our decision. That's what the NFL usually does. Unless there's a completely smoking gun, like completely. This says Jay-Z got to protect the NFL partnership. However, I do feel Wayne fans possibly put a hex on him. Oh well. I wonder if the NFL and other businesses separate themselves from Jay-Z as they do other celebrities. Hey NFL Network, we will not be watching any more of your programming until you get rid of your partnership with Jay-Z and fire him from being in charge of the Super Bowl halftime entertainment. We will not be supporting an organization that openly supports the PDF file. Until the NFL gets rid of Jay-Z, we should all do a mass boycott of the NFL and make this Super Bowl tank. Let's get the boycott NFL trending here. Hey NFL commish, when do you plan on cutting ties with Jay-Z after the sexual allegations about him raping a young girl are surfacing? And more things of people saying that shit right there, man. A lot more. Listen, an allegation, just an allegation. I thought we learned, or many people, especially on the side that I'm seeing these people may be coming from politically, I thought y'all understood how allegations work. See, y'all motherfuckers done came and co-opt the word woke, and y'all don't even understand the shit. The way people have been fighting amongst the allegations levied towards Trump, you guys were technically being woke. Okay? That was being woke. All right? Understand how the powers that be placed behind the scene. You were being woke. So now you're conveniently going to sleep when someone you don't like is on the other side of the allegations now. Now you're conveniently going to sleep. Interesting. Let's keep it pushing though. Okay, so we got Ebro speaking on the situation now. Let's see what he has to say, man.
I would say my biggest problem in all of this is the clown show that sexual assaults have become.
Yeah.
I don't know why so many people want to see Jay-Z get torn down.
That's the part I'm stuck on.
It's a nature of our culture that we aren't wanting to examine. It's disgusting. People love a teardown. Of somebody successful who, maybe you don't like all his business dealings. Maybe and some people are upset with their own lives, and so they see someone else seemingly having a phenomenal run at life, and they don't want to see it for whatever reason. So I would say in all of this, it still takes me back to how upsetting it is that sexual assault is a game.
Yeah, it's used. It's just kind of used as like a piece for trying to bring someone down, get some money, conversation. And obviously there's so many real victims. And by the way, we don't know the story with this one. We obviously don't. But what I was struck by too was the waiting that they were salivating when the story came out.
What strikes me, and anybody that I'm not by any far stretch that close to litigation and lawsuits, but everyone, I think it's pretty common knowledge that the farther you try to shoot your shot in litigation and lawsuits, like you put a big number on it, so at least you land at a number that you're happy with, right? You hear like, I'm suing for $50 million, but really they're just hoping to get $5. But they throw out the big number to hopefully settle on the little one. In this lawsuit, it's been public that this woman went to a Diddy party after the VMAs. She showed up to the VMAs. She was 13 years old. She didn't have a ticket, is the way the story goes. Her story, by the way.
Yeah.
Meets limo drivers who then say, hey, you're Diddy's type, according to her, and they take her to a house where there's a party going on. She has a drink, gets woozy, she says, and then passes out in a bedroom. The original allegation was that Diddy then goes in the bedroom, undresses her, sexually assaults her. She leaves. And while another celebrity woman watches, she leaves, goes to a gas station, calls her dad, is what the original allegation was. Somewhere along the line, they decided to just add Jay-Z to this. So then when you hear the behind the scenes...
So are you suggesting that the story was out in full and there was no mention that another person was involved?
That's what I read. The only other person was a woman celebrity that watched.
Yeah, okay. That sounds familiar.
So now they add another big name celebrity to it, Jay-Z, in hopes that they can get a financial settlement. Because who does that benefit?
Tony Busby?
The lawyer that has the Diddy hotline.
the one who I.
Okay. Now this person responds saying, "Oh, but you pressed Kodak on the radio." No, I think your words were, "We don't take those allegations lightly over here." Now it's a clown show of allegations, man. Fair point. Which is y'all rarely come to see me come on my platform and just shame someone if I don't have a smoking gun. I need smoking guns. I need hard evidence before I go ahead and ridicule someone over an allegation. I know people lie. Okay? I've been lied on before. I done lied before, not egregiously enough to, get someone sent to jail or sue or something. I've never done that. I done lie about some shit sometimes. I don't even know why I lie, but I just know if I can lie over some stupid shit, I know somebody can lie over some serious shit. So people lie. Y'all ever just lie on some dumb shit? Like you chilling with your lady or some shit, you falling asleep, you start snoring and shit. She asks you, "Babe, you sleeping?" You like, nah, I ain't sleep. Nigga, yes, you was. You snoring loud as hell. The girl don't know she accidentally done turned on her vibrator or some shit, bro. Your ass was sleeping, bro. We lie over silly shit, so I know people gonna lie over serious shit, bro. So I just sit back and wait till things play out. But when you come with this holier than thou approach, things gonna come back full circle and people gonna call you out for it, bro. Now Drake fans have been celebrating. They think that Drake may be celebrating as well. But academics is like, he better not be laughing at Jay-Z.
Wait. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Drake right now is probably cracking a smile, even though I think nobody should crack a smile. You know why?
Well, it took this story took the light off him.
But here's the thing: the reason I think nobody should crack a smile, after they come for Jay-Z, who they gonna come for next?
A top range Drizzy Gobbler, keeping it real right there, and I agree. But nevertheless, we got things like this going viral. They say Drake after hearing the Jay-Z news. But let me tell y'all my quick thoughts as we sign out this video and y'all look at this on full screen. We're really at this point where fan bases are weaponizing cancel culture against each other, when we all know that deep down most of the shit that's being spewed is bullshit. Like, yes, niggas have done weird things over the past few years, and that may make these fairy tales seem more believable, but that doesn't make them true about any of these folks, alright? Because our favorite person gets called out and we call bullshit, we call it. But then we conveniently turn our brains off when an op is being accused of something ridiculous. Once again, these lawsuits only have legs because of the willful ignorance from these stands on social media. Drake fans are so happy because they aren't in the hot seat, and they're blaming Kendrick for this Me Too or weird case era, while conveniently ignoring that Drake is the first person who published the wild allegation which triggered a response that stuck because of an actual video of Drake being frisky with a 17-year-old. Lucky for him though, 17 is the age of consent in that state, but that visual made everything else seem more believable. Essentially the same way the Cassie video holds weight against Diddy and giving more merit to the allegations levied at him. So some fans understand why they may believe some of these allegations while others are just miserable stands that want company. Nevertheless, myself personally, I'm just gonna sit back and wait for the evidence comes out. In regards to all these cases, I ain't got much to say. Come with some hard evidence and then we'll move on from that point. But I'm gonna just sit back and watch the culture. I'm gonna see how this whole thing play out with these lawyers, with this war between them. I'm trying to see all the precedents that's being said. But yes, there are some hypocrites walking around. Yes, people are being hypocritical. That's true. Some people are taking diss songs too seriously. There's a lot of stuff that's going on right now. It's very, very interesting. And I'm going to try my best to come back because I want to cover some more things from this 50 Cent conversation with Big Boy. In the meantime, man, y'all enjoy this video. Let me know what you got to say in the comment section below. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, though. This has been another update with Stace. Yo.